The system was never designed for you to win. You've been sold a story, a beautiful, compelling narrative about the American dream, hard work, and equal opportunity. But the truth is far more complex. The world's financial architecture was deliberately constructed to concentrate wealth at the top, generation after generation, while the majority struggles to build any security at all. The hidden mechanisms of wealth concentration. Consider this staggering reality: just 10 people now control more wealth than half of humanity combined. This isn't an accident, and it certainly wasn't random. The system operates through specific, repeatable mechanisms that have worked for centuries. When you understand how wealth truly accumulates, the game becomes visible, and so does why most people never seem to get ahead. The first mechanism is compounding returns on capital. When you already have money, that money makes money. A wealthy person's investments generate returns that automatically grow their fortune, often faster than the overall economy. This gap between investment returns and economic growth creates a mathematical certainty. Those who start with assets pull further ahead, while those without them struggle to catch up. The richer you are, the less you actually need to work. A billionaire's investments might earn them millions in profit while they sleep, while an average worker trades their hours for a salary that barely keeps pace with inflation. Generational wealth creates another critical advantage. The Rockefeller family exemplifies this perfectly. John D. Rockefeller accumulated a fortune through Standard Oil that would be worth nearly $28 billion in today's dollars. But what made his family different wasn't just the initial fortune, it was the structure he created. The Rockefellers implemented something called the waterfall concept, using permanent life insurance policies and trusts to transfer wealth across generations with minimal tax burden. Over 150 years later, the family remains one of the wealthiest on Earth, with approximately $3 billion shared among 70 family members. Compare this to the Vanderbilts, who started with comparable wealth but lacked proper preservation structures. Cornelius Vanderbilt's descendants squandered an estimated $400 billion in just 3 generations through lavish spending and poor planning. This reveals a sobering statistic: only about 10% of families maintain wealth past 3 generations. Yet those who understand the system, those with access to specialized financial advisors, attorneys, and estate planners, can preserve fortunes indefinitely. Most families simply don't have access to this knowledge or these services. It's not taught in public schools. It's whispered about in private clubs and boardrooms. The education divide and inherited advantage. The system perpetuates itself through another mechanism that often goes unnoticed: the education gap. Wealthy families don't just pass down money, they pass down financial literacy, professional networks, and insider knowledge. Children of billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates grow up understanding investment strategies, tax optimization, and business dynamics that poor children never encounter. Gates has pledged to leave each of his children only $10 million, a fraction of his $129 billion fortune. But that's still more than enough to guarantee a lifetime of security for multiple generations. Meanwhile, poor and working class children attend underfunded schools, take on student debt to attend college, and graduate into a financial burden that paralyzes their earning potential for decades. By the time they might begin accumulating wealth, they're already behind families who inherited not just money, but knowledge, connections, and opportunity. The racial wealth gap further exposes how these systems work. Black households have a median net worth of just 16% of white households. Hispanic households sit at 22%. This isn't because of differences in work ethic. It reflects centuries of legal discrimination in homeownership, employment, education, and property rights. Your grandparents' inability to buy a home in certain neighborhoods, to access certain loans, or to attend certain schools created a mathematical disadvantage for you before you were even born. The rigging of the rules. Perhaps most disturbing is how the rules themselves become rigged in favor of those who already have wealth. Capital gains, profits from selling investments, are taxed at lower rates than income earned from actual work. This means that a billionaire who makes their money through investments pays a lower tax rate than a teacher or nurse earning their salary through labor. In 2018, Congress reduced the top tax rate from 39.6% to 37%, effectively transferring hundreds of billions of dollars from middle and working class Americans to the ultra-wealthy. This wasn't an accident or a natural market force. It was a policy choice made by those who benefit directly from the system. The tax code is filled with loopholes deliberately designed for the wealthy. Offshore accounts, shell corporations, and complex trust structures allow billionaires to legally hide wealth and minimize taxes. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos have famously donated less than 1% of their wealth to charity despite having combined fortunes exceeding $300 billion. Meanwhile, public services that could help ordinary people build wealth, quality education, healthcare, housing assistance, are chronically underfunded and inadequate. Even debt works differently for the wealthy. A billionaire can borrow billions at favorable interest rates because banks know they can repay. A poor person trying to start a business or attend college faces predatory lending with rates that ensure they'll be paying interest for decades. The system doesn't just favor the wealthy. It actively punishes the poor for daring to borrow their way to opportunity. The financial system's built in inequality. Your money doesn't work the same way a billionaire's money works, even if you both own stock in the same company. The wealthy hire specialized managers who understand tax law intimately and optimize every transaction. They have access to investment opportunities unavailable to ordinary people. Private equity funds, pre-IPO investments, and exclusive hedge funds generate returns that outpace public markets. A person with $1 million might earn 5% annually. A person with $1 billion can hire managers who consistently earn 10% or more, doubled returns simply because they have more to invest. Wealth concentration is directly linked to financial instability. Research analyzing 18 countries from 1870 to 2020 shows that increased wealth concentration among the top 1% significantly increases the probability of financial crisis. When wealth becomes too concentrated, the wealthy demand riskier investments chasing higher returns, which creates asset bubbles. When those bubbles burst, as they inevitably do, the working class and poor lose their homes and jobs while the wealthy simply shift their assets to the next opportunity. The 2008 financial crisis illustrates this perfectly. Banks mismanaged the financial system catastrophically, and those responsible faced minimal consequences. Meanwhile, millions of ordinary people lost their homes, their retirement savings, and their jobs. The top 1% saw their share of wealth decline only temporarily. By 2009, their wealth share had recovered and continued climbing. Understanding your position in the game. So where does this leave you? The system was architected centuries ago and has been refined continuously by those who benefit from it. You're not competing on a level playing field, and no amount of individual hard work will fully compensate for systemic disadvantage. This isn't a statement of hopelessness, it's a statement of reality that must precede any meaningful change. Understanding this is actually liberating. Once you stop blaming yourself for not succeeding within an unfair system, you can start thinking strategically about how to navigate it, build community, and advocate for structural changes that might create actual opportunity for future generations. The first step toward winning a rigged game is acknowledging that the game was indeed rigged. Only then can you stop playing by rules designed for your loss and start writing new ones.